And we are rolling. Let me do it in the voice of AI. We are rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
God.
Oh,
geez.
jeez. Okay, let's start this off. Let's do this. Ready, Sarah?
Yeah. Hey, everyone.
What's up, everyone?
This is episode 4 of season 2 of
Every Gay
Everyday
Sex.
Sex.
Nice. Stel here.
And
What's-
Sarah.
Sarah. What's up? How are you? How was your day?
Good. Still early here. Only I'm a few hours behind you. So yeah, still early, but we've had beautiful weather every day, and I'm living the dream. So, how about you? How was Canada Day yesterday?
Oh man, I had to work in the morning, and it was just like pointless. It just poured rain, and I got soaked, and then I'm not a happy camper when I get drenched.
Mm.
And so I was not a happy camper. And then it stopped raining, and then I had to reset up the bar only to work for like an hour and a half, and then get to be switched off by another bartender. So it was pretty. That's probably the reason why I was pretty grumpy. And then I just like kind of wanted to be alone the rest of the night, and then I got convinced to go to a coworker's house, and we just hung out there for a bit, and then called it an early night.
Because potentially yesterday could have been a really, really busy day for you, being Canada Day.
Yeah, should have been, but it is what it is, I guess. But not too shabby. How about you? Did you do anything?
I've been home like pretty sick all weekend, so I've just been chilling. Took my dog out and stuff, but yeah, not too much. People are like, I think that, I don't know. I mean, I don't celebrate Canada Day the way that we did when we were kids, like with temporary tattoos and stuff. But like, it's definitely it's different now because the social media posts for Canada Day from people our age are like kind of anti Canada Day, like
rightfully so.
Yeah. So I feel like people are definitely not as like big about celebrating Canada Day anymore.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Which is fair, for sure.
Yeah, no, I didn't really do much. I didn't really care to do much, so I've just been having a very low key weekend. Worked all week, and now I have a couple days off.
What are you gonna do?
If I have some time, I gotta go do some errands after we do our shindig here, and then have a little block party event to go to tonight with some friends. We're just gonna hang out and have a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Today's episode is called Lesbians 101. We've had a few requests for us to talk more about like, I don't know, like lesbian stereotypes and just like things that come with being a gay woman. I don't know, like just all that is lesbians. So we're, from our knowledge, which is not everything. We don't know everything, but we know a lot between the two of us.
Yeah. We have like a general, I guess, I don't know, like a general understanding of most things. I would say.
Yeah. We're surviving, so we do all right.
Barely.
Honestly. Okay, so let's first talk about the different kind of general, and we don't believe, Stella and I don't think that anybody needs to fit one of these things. Like we're just kind of shooting the shit about what most people talk about, and like
they're just like stereotypical like queer labels, I guess, that we're just gonna go over and I guess explore.
Yeah. Okay. So, I always have notes. Stel and I have notes just to prompt what we want to say. So the first thing I wrote down, pretty standard, is mask. What does that mean? What does that word mean?
I don't know. I find it's just like someone who's male presenting, I guess, more masculine presenting, but still identifies, I would say, as a female. But maybe even, I guess you don't have to. I guess you could be non-binary and be mass presenting. But in that sense, like I'm mass presenting. Like I like dressing with me like more male presenting clothes and like stuff like that. Like I only buy my clothing from the men's section.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know, I kind of carry myself a little bit more masculine. Don't get me wrong, I am like pretty feminine in certain situations as well, but yeah, I'm the structure for a mask, I would say.
Yeah. So the word itself obviously comes from the word masculine.
Yeah.
And I agree, it could be any like gender, and still, because there can be gay men that they would refer to themselves as mask in like comparison to maybe a more feminine presenting man. Like I feel like the word mask can go like across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, what was I gonna say about that? Yeah, so someone who presents both and it isn't just like, I've come across some girls that would call themselves mask, and it's like, it's because it's not just the clothes, it's like a whole energy about a person, and like you said, you said it really well, like you carry yourself in that sort of way.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the big difference.
Yeah, I would say like I just kind of I actually don't like it when people call me sir. But I can understand the confusion sometimes.
Okay, do you like being called handsome?
Yes.
Okay, I never know, because like I've dated masked girls, and I'm like, they'll send me a picture, and I'm like, oh, like, because what they would say to me would be not, I'm not, this is not me flexing, but it'd be like, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous, or whatever. But then I know I'm like all those things, you know. But then when they send me a selfie and I go to respond, I'm like, I don't know what to, like, I don't really know the right thing. And then, but I think if I said, wow, baby, you're so handsome, if they weren't into that.
Why was that so cringy? That just gave me chills.
Okay, so
oh God, it's like bugs were crawling on my skin for you saying that. Oh, baby, you're so handsome. Oh God.
Okay, but if I did say that and they weren't into it, it would be
That's how they'd react.
Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, don't say that again. So I've never said it to anyone because I'm too scared to be wrong.
I personally like enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like being called like pretty.
They're so pretty. Is it? When people call you handsome, do you find that like affirming? Like you're like,
yeah, I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it kind of itches a scratch that I don't necessarily realize I need all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting. Good. This is good research for my future.
For my eyes.
What about your eyes?
I have a lazy eye, and
do you?
And I've been noticing it more and more when we do this video, especially now that we're all remote. I can't stop staring at myself because I can notice that one of my eyes is more squinted than the other, and it bothers me.
No, I don't see it really.
Yeah, look at it. You can see it. Like this one's more squinted than this one. And even in photos, like it's so barely bad. I look like I'm like
have a stroke.
I don't look well, and like I've been considering looking into like if there's some kind of surgical thing I can do to like make my eyes the same size, and I don't look like I'm like the character from the fucking Goonies who goes,
here
"Hey,
we
you
go.
guys."
I knew you'd have a character to come to mind right away, as you always do. Oh my
jeez.
god.
Anyways, that was off topic. It's because I was just looking at myself and I was like, God, it's so bad today.
I don't see it. Like, maybe the slightest bit.
And my bags are so bad today. I should just come on with like little things here.
Like little like patches. Like,
Yeah, those little patches.
Yeah.
Rough. Jeez.
Oh, we should do like a slumber party episode where we come like in our pajamas and like a face mask.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Yeah, that would be
Let's
fun.
do that. That's
We
such
could
a
think
good
of
idea.
a good theme for that. And Julian too. He has
Ooh.
to come with a face mask on.
It'll be like a pillow talk.
That's
Nice.
so clever. Oh my god, somebody write it down.
I face mask all the time.
Oh,
I'm all about the self-care. I do face masks at least once a week.
Do you actually?
Yeah. Very
Like
femme.
What kind of face mask do you do?
There's one I have. It's Kiehl's. I've tried a bunch. The one I have right now is like a Kiehl's. I can't remember. It's like some sort of clay mask. I've done the charcoal ones that you peel off, and it like feels like you're ripping off the first layer of skin. And I ordered this one on Facebook that I saw that was like I got on one of those Facebook.
Oh no.
Where it's like it's clearly not the way it works, but you see them put on the thing and you see instantly all the blackheads come out of the thing, and they wipe it off, and it's like clearly a filter. It's all smooth. And I ordered that from China. It took like 6 weeks to get here. And I used it once or twice.
No shit.
Yep.
Oh,
that's so jokes.
That's funny. Okay, no, self-care episode, pillow talk, and we can talk about all things pillow talking, sex. We are good at that. That's kind of our strong suit.
Nice.
Okay, next line item, my favorite of all. Okay, let us dive in to the golden retriever mask.
Yeah, you do like your golden retriever masks, don't you?
Dude, holy shit. When I come home, I need that like unconditional, excited to see me energy like a dog.
I'm dead and also a little frightened and worried, but it's fine.
No, but like look at who, even outside of the girls, because Brittany,
she
golden
was,
retriever.
She's
at this point now a bit of a pit bull towards me, but she kind of switched breeds. But oh god, I'm just thinking about our conversation about her the other day.
Oh god, you're unhinged. You're actually unhinged, dude.
Did you ask?
Like sometimes? Shut up.
I'm serious.
No, I haven't even talked. No.
Anyways, she's super golden retriever, but even outside of the women I've dated, like the guys I've dated have been like super golden retriever energy, because that can go towards any gender, like just the golden retriever like energy.
Yeah, like I would say also like I'm kind of a golden retriever mask. So,
yeah. And so there's often a dynamic that in the lesbian, queer community where they say the best pairing is, oh wow, and I'm thinking about it, so the golden retriever mask with the black cat femme.
Oh yeah, that's
ever heard? That's so you. Like,
yeah, that really is.
Although I almost said her real name. Josephine isn't super black cat. A little bit. She's
psychotic. No. No. Yeah, I would say she is though. I think she comes off as softer, but she is very like she loves to be like mysterious, and she loves like trying new things and tries to be a little edgy. I don't necessarily think she's like super black cat, but I do think she's like yeah, for sure. Like definitely, she's got a great like sense of like style and likes to change it up to make it be a little edgy and stuff.
That's true. No, she does like being edgy and like her tattoos and all that. Like, so I guess I always associate black cat with dark hair, but
Yeah,
Not
I might as well just go back onto the dark hair, like, kind of thing. I'm just over blondes.
And obviously, I know I shouldn't even bring Tiffany up, but
Well,
she's very.
just
I know, like, Stell's gonna sign off this call, end session. No, but she's what I think of when I think of black cat energy.
yes, she is a great great representation of a black cat. Yes.
So anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, there is often a coupling between the golden retriever mask and the black cat, like, thing.
Yeah, I agree. That's like a very big dynamic. I actually saw I was at a thrift event before work on Friday, and I went into this like one little tent, and it was like this masculine lesbian, and like not even 5 minutes later, I hear, "Hey, babe," and I see their partner come, and it was like all the epitome of that. It was like the masculine looked like me, but with dark hair, a little bit longer, whatever, and then this black cat femme that was like the epitome of that. Like, it's exactly what I thought of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, no, a lot of the time now that we're telling you guys that dynamic, like the golden retriever, black cat, you'll see it now. Like, I see it on social media a lot, like, and people even like call themselves that, like,
yeah,
the golden retriever, blah blah. Okay, so that's a good. So we're just kind of hitting random words that that we think are tied to being gay and all those stereotypes. So the next one I wrote is femme. What does that mean?
Well, I'd say you're femme. Like,
why are you hesitating?
I'm not femme.
Okay, so
I like femmes.
Yeah.
I prefer femmes.
Would you be mask for mask?
No.
Stel.
Brother.
Don't discriminate on this.
I'd be like, they'd be like, bend over. I'd be like, no, you bend over.
Oh God. It would be you both show up wearing a strap. You're like, what's the tea?
It'd be like that. Have you ever seen that meme of the 3 Spider-Mans just all pointing at each other?
Yeah.
That's us with our dildos.
Oh my. Okay. You know what? Let me bridge off for a quick moment. There are several words that I don't like saying. Number 1, dildo. I hate that word. I hate that word. And like, I can't imagine myself saying to someone, "Oh yeah, babe, like, I can't wait for you." See, I can't even. Let me hold on. I can't wait for you to fuck me with that dildo. Dildo? Is that the word we came? Who wrote that? Who wrote that? Because I don't love that. I don't. Anyways, that's number 2 word that I don't like saying. Horny. I think that's silly. I don't like the sound of it. Say it.
Horny.
I don't like that.
How about moist?
Okay.
I actually can't stand that word.
That's not a great word. I know everyone complains about that one, but I just feel like if I'm like in the mood, I don't want to, like, the word horny is a turn off to me, which is contradictive, of course, to what it means.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. I don't.
What else would you say? Oh, I guess you could say like, oh, I'm really turned on.
I would say I'm like really hot, maybe. Or I just say shut up. Don't look at me like that.
Why would you say I'm really hot? Or they'd be like, oh, do you want me to open a window?
Okay. Should we put a fan on? Like,
yeah, do you want the AC on?
Oh my God. No, or I just say I'm really wet. That's pretty straightforward. Like, I just So dildo, horny. I don't feel that really comfortable or happy with any of the words that we've come up with for breasts. Tits. I don't like saying that.
Mommy milkers.
Okay. You know what? I might. What did he say?
Julie?
Chesticles?
Yeah.
Testicles.
I just like picture you're doing the deed and you want her to take her shirt off and put her.
I just wouldn't comment on it. I don't think I'd say though. I'd say
But
I don't want to be like I don't know.
You just take her shirt off, non-consent.
No.
No, but how do I say like, oh, please put your tits in my mouth? Like, I don't like.
I wouldn't say that. I'd just.
Oh, me neither. No, me neither. Anyways,
I guess you're in the moment, and it would just lead to that. I don't think you'd have to say that.
Okay, what if you were sexting?
I don't really mention the boobs.
I didn't like that either. Boobs, boobs, titties, tits,
boobies.
No, I don't like none of that is hot to me. Okay, let me bring in another. Vagina? No. Okay, no wait. Pussy. We've talked about that. I hate.
Yeah, that word. I don't know why it gives me a little like it's just like it sounds almost like it's vulgar.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be, but it's because we've grown up where people would like lose in a fight and they'd be like, "Oh, you're such a pussy." Like we've used the word in other ways that are like degrading.
Yeah.
So I can't, under good conscience, say to my partner, "Wow, I see, can't even look at him stirring. Like I really want that wet." I can't say it, pussy. I really want that wet vagina. It doesn't work.
I'm dead.
So I'd like somebody to develop a better word.
Okay, yeah, let's put it to the audience. If you can find a better word for vagina and boobs.
See, you can.
Well, I didn't know which one to use because we just named so many, and I was like, well, what do I say? Chest, titties, boobies,
testicles, mommy milkers,
mommy milkers. I don't know.
I just find in the moment, especially sexting or also out loud, I don't feel comfortable with any of the words that I've been given as a human, and I just don't think it's fair. And honestly, I don't really love saying dick either. But dick, I guess, rolls off the tongue better. Penis? I don't know. Wow, now I'm getting flashbacks. We need to move forward. So anyway, sorry, we started there with the word femme.
And we ended at dicks.
Oh, I hate that for us. Femme comes from the word feminine and would be the opposite of masc, which is a person who is very feminine presenting. And again, it can go across all gender identities. It doesn't matter who you are. You can identify as being more femme or more masc. Like there's no rules. Or you can identify as neither. Like you don't have to be anything.
Yeah, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Be whoever you want.
Be whoever you want. I don't care.
I have struggled for sure when I first started dating women where I was like, okay, I'm the femme and that's all that I am. And I wasn't very comfortable like going out in like sweatpants and a hoodie with my partner, because like with Brittany specifically, it was my first female relationship. Because I'm like, okay, no, like she's masc, I'm femme. We need to fit in that exact perfect shape. And I need to be hair done, makeup on, like lip gloss, and I haven't worn heels since probably high school. So I'm not even going to act like I was doing that. But I always felt like I had to be hyper feminine in order to balance out and make her seem more masc, because that's what I was like attracted to. And it's a huge misconception. It was just because I was new at it, and I've already like moved past that a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you ever find that you need to be like, well, you're pretty masc, like, to begin with.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've never really thought about that ever, to be honest.
No, good. Well, and you said it yourself, like you might be masc presenting and masc in a lot of ways, but everybody has feminine, sides to them. And that's like, well, and male, female, non-binary, everybody is feminine in certain ways. Like we all have a makeup of both.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think I probably struggled with that too, is like wanting my partner to be super mask all the time. And at first it was hard for me to like settle in to the fact that like, okay, not hard for me, but important for me to settle into the fact that like, okay, Sarah, like reality check, this is still like a woman, you know, like she's still, you know, like and that's actually a huge thing in the gay community is masked women feeling like they are treated like men. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that happens all the time. That's a huge thing. It's
Like,
definitely
no, go ahead.
No, sorry, what?
Well, no, just like you should be the one paying for everything. You should be carrying in the bags from the grocery store. You should be able to fix everything if the sink breaks. Like you should, like you need to be doing all the like quote like and you know what we've grown up to feel is like the manly duties.
Yeah, that happens a lot. But I am pretty good at all those things anyways, so
yeah, okay.
I do all those things anyways. Like I will carry stuff, but like I don't know. I think that I just naturally do that. Like if I go out with my partner, I'm like, oh here, let me carry that. Like don't worry, I got it. Like I don't know, it's just something like I don't know, but like yeah, I guess it comes from a place of feeling like I need to I don't know, do it. I don't know. I don't feel any pressure to do it. I just do it naturally, but it does come up from a place that I think is because I mask.
Yeah. And that we wrote a point lower down in our list that I wrote the man in the relationship. And that's kind of the same topic where it's like, and that's like a very like stale kind of comment that we might get from like old boomers that might be like, oh, who's the man in the relationship? Like, you know what I mean? Like if it was, especially if it was two femme women dating, they might be like, oh, well, who's the breadwinner and who's the one carrying the grocery bags and like all that kind of stuff. And it's just so outdated. And like, just because they're masked doesn't mean they're a man, and they need to be treated as however they want, but as equal partners.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, cause I remember I've been in like situations where like, oh, who's the man and who's the woman, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to be like. Sometimes it's like it's weird because like it's also like a thing in like gay male relationships, or it's like that's a huge thing too. They're like, who's the man in the relationship and who's the female, and like because sometimes there's like one a little bit more feminine than the other or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like who's the one at home cooking dinner, and who's going to stay home and watch the kids while the other person's working? Like all these like super like outdated ideas of that, like the family household, and the woman needs to do all these things. And like we've broken down a lot of those barriers, I feel like, as our generation has come up, but still we do face those same like kind of like molds that people feel like we need to fit into, even as two women or two men.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, the next one is STEM.
I didn't know that one until I like mask and femme I knew before even coming out, but STEM I had never heard of. So how would you describe that?
Like it's like kind of in the middle, I would say, between a masculine and a femme. So they're like somewhat like I've seen it on TikTok a lot, where there's some TikTokers who are like kind of feminine but also kind of masculine. They can dress kind of, it's very versatile on how they like decide to dress or even carry themselves, I find.
Yeah, no, I agree. I see it a lot on TikTok for sure. And I feel like when I see it, it's a lot like the first screen is them wearing a dress and heels, hair and makeup, like really, really, really femme. And then it flops, and then they're in dunks and jeans, hair up, no makeup on, and a hoodie, like super, super masked. So their thing is kind of like, I mean, that's what they're showcasing on TikTok. So who knows what, they're doing day to day, but it's kind of like identifying as someone who is neither mask or femme, that can or both, I guess is a better way to put it, that can easily sway between the two.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone that is like that?
Trying to think. Yeah, maybe. Kind of, but they're a little bit more on the masculine side. But I think I've seen them post some photos of them like in dresses and stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not like we used to be pretty good friends, and now we're just like I'd say we're buddies, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't talked to them in years. Like really, like had a conversation that other than just like a hi.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like what's up, and don't talk to my ex-girlfriend because I'm yeah kind of thing. But
That's funny. Yeah. So it's someone that like we kind of discussed earlier that a lot of like the mask and femme is not just what you wear and the makeup and the hair. It's like the energy that you bring to a room and that like how you carry yourself. So I would say at the end of the day, they may align more with one or the other, maybe or not. But yeah, I've only ever really seen STEM being used on TikTok. Like I've never really like talked to someone that like presents that way or identifies that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, what's the next one?
Why are you laughing?
It was a funny one.
Hey mamas.
What is that? That is a term that like that's a newer term, I would say. Okay, run us through, define a hey mamas lesbian.
I would say like I don't know. Like I would say a hey mom is I know, actually I've seen a lot of TikTokers like this too, where they're like, I don't fucking know, man. Like I don't even know how to describe it. It's honestly to each their own. Do we like I think it's a little cringy. It's okay. Like that's just my opinion on it. I think I don't doubt that they're great people. Um but yeah, I would say like I just hate the term, I think. I don't hate the people.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just like a weird term. But
Yeah.
I don't know, they're very like I don't even know how to describe it. Like what would you say to describe it?
I know, I'm trying to think. I can picture it in my head, and it's definitely more of like, yeah. It's definitely more of like a look. And I think the word cringe is what comes to mind for anybody that's thinking of the term "hey mamas." I don't
Hey,
think it's a compliment. Like it's more like, and
really?
I can think of one girl that we both know. Oh, you know her better than me, but I can't say her name out loud. But imagine I did. No, stop.
Put it in the chat. I want to see.
I don't even know her. I don't know her name. I think that's something like that.
That's who I was just talking about.
No.
Yes, about the STEM. If I consider that, but
Okay,
also
yeah.
that checks out too. Actually,
That's so funny. Oh my
that
god.
is so jokes. That actually checks out. Yeah, that also checks out. Yeah,
I can't believe that's who you were talking about.
that's so
All the people
funny.
you know, like
that we were just we share the same brain.
Yeah, holy shit.
That's hilarious.
But her, like, so what is it? Like it's the look, but what is it? Like skinny jeans and like a hat and like I guess it's an energy like very like I can picture the TikToks making fun of it. It's just like very like hitting the stereotypes of mask.
Oh
But
yeah,
in a
I think it
weird
would be
way.
it'd be like someone who's stuck in 2013.
Yeah, like she might be wearing DC shoes if we're being
Oh my gosh, DC shoes
and like a spike belt.
that
would be crazy.
Oh jeez. Oh, I guess yeah. I don't even know if I know anybody else who's kind of like that. I'm trying to think.
Like it's like the girl who like is like the town mask who's like hits on everyone and like just it's like I would associate the word "hey
especially my
mamas."
ex-girlfriend.
Oh, the girl we mentioned in the chat, she was hitting on Josephine?
Yeah, with Joseph when we broke out, and then I confronted them and I said, "Don't talk to her." And they were like, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. And I was like, yeah, you better be sorry.
Oh my God. I wonder if she'll listen. She follows the Everyday Sex Instagram.
Yeah, good. She's great.
Uh,
She is.
We're
I
like
don't think
way
she's a
more
bad person.
yeah. No, yeah.
I don't think she's a bad
No, she's
person.
cute. She's cute.
Yeah, I
For
don't
sure.
think she's a bad person. Like, we just haven't been that close. We used to be really close. I actually was on one of their YouTube videos.
Oh, do they have a whole channel?
They used to. I don't know if they still use it, but yeah, they're pretty like well known in the queer community, and like I hope I am one day too.
Yeah.
Well, I am pretty well known in the queer community, but I would like to be well known like on outside the queer community in Ottawa. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like they've really hit all those kind of things, so it's really good for them, and they have like no shame in being who they are, which is like pretty cool. Because I find sometimes maybe like I tend to be like, I don't want to break out of my shell, which is like something they can do pretty fairly easy, which is nice.
Yeah. Nope, she's great. So
But yeah, I would consider like maybe the style is kind of like that, and how they carry themselves. But
yeah,
I don't really know how to describe a hey mom. It's like you just like see it and you know it, and you're like,
yeah.
Like
it's also
on
often,
TikTok, I see it a lot.
It's often younger girls, I think, who are newly gay, maybe.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, that's a great way to say it. It's like, so I think mostly the younger ones are more like hey mamas.
Yeah, they're still figuring out.
Yeah, they're just like it's kind of like like trying to figure out their identity, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just kind of like whatever.
For sure. Okay. Next term we've written down is butch. I personally feel that's like an outdated term for masc. I think that that's what like my dad would describe a masc lesbian as.
Yeah, but I think
like I find it almost degrading. Like I don't use that word for sure.
I think that some lesbians would use that word in the sense because I find it does have a bad stereotype to it, but I think it does identify like a different portion of our lesbians because like there's like masculine lesbians who look like me, and then there's butch lesbians who I find dress a little bit more like on the carpenter side.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And that would give me butch with like a lumberjack, like a wife pleaser, and I'm just saying, and like carpenter pants.
Like Carhartt pants,
Carhartt
a wife pleaser, as you called it. I mean, that's hilarious. And a plaid button up.
Yeah, something like that I find would be like a butch.
Ooh,
which is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's what I would say is style-wise for a butch would be like that. That's what I'd see them wearing.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. That definitely expands my idea of it because I thought it was like just an old term for masc. And like, if somebody called you butch, like I would never call you that. I don't know. I don't like it. Goes back to my list of words that I don't like the sound of. I guess butch is on it. Like if somebody called you butch, what would you say?
I'd be like, okay, sure, whatever.
But I'm handsome.
I'm handsome. I'm a handsome butch.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty nonchalant. I'm pretty calm most of the times, except for the old man I yelled at last time.
Oh my god. That is so funny. What a good story. I loved listening to that back the other day.
It did it. It made me feel so aggressive, and I'm not. It's like, who was that person?
No, you just, hey, once in a while, man, we all just kind of lose it. Like, oh my god.
Okay, next one. I just added this because I was like a stud.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember writing that. I think that okay, my interpretation of the word stud from what I've seen on like TikTok and like what I've heard is that it's like another word. It's just kind of another word for masc, but okay, and this is just what I've seen on TikTok, that it's kind of reserved for people of color.
I've heard, I do find that there is more of a I don't know what the word is, but like I do hear that word more when it comes to people of color. So I do agree that like that name I do hear more on that end. I would say though I would consider a stud though like a pretty boy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like someone who wears like diamond studs and like maybe has like a diamond on their tooth or something and like I don't know, like wears like a lot of jewelry maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Find like that and and like wears like either dresses like really clean cut or wears like pants with boxers hanging out of them.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah. So we're like almost like a little bit hood.
No, yeah, well, yeah, but there's a way to go about boxers and pants without it making it look like it has this like weird,
like too trashy. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it can be like fashionable.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, because when I see it online, it's again normally like just kind of masked lesbians of color. That's the only time I've ever seen it like used. But I agree, it could be used. It's doesn't need to be just for one kind of person.
Yeah, for sure.
And you could wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm a stud. Like that's what I want to call myself. Like anybody, I could say that.
Yeah, you could. That's a sight.
Maybe I'll make a switch.
No, please don't.
I could be masked.
Yeah, sure.
I know, maybe aesthetically, but not. Oh my god, the other term that surfaced that I resonate with is femme for mask, where it's like when I say I'm femme for mask, well, I mean I'm femme and I go for mask girls. That's like the straightforward. But I'm femme for mask as in, oh my god, open the door for me, carry my bags, like I love, well, and it kind of goes with the golden retriever mask that I'm into.
You're just like being spoiled.
Oh my god, I'm just like a princess.
Yeah, you're the worst.
So I'm very femme for mask. Oh my god, carry all my bags, like, and I get okay. Also, what's funny about that though is like if I've seen these videos before, it's like across like all sexualities, but when I'm okay, let's say I'm with my partner and I don't have a partner exactly, but if I'm with a girl, somebody that I'm dating, and and let's say I'm like, oh, I want to rearrange the living room and I want to put the dining room table over here and I want to move the couch over here. If I'm with her, I'm going to be like, oh, like, can you help me? Like, oh, like, blah, blah, like very like, oh, I just got my nails done. If she's not there, I'm dining room table on my back, trekking through the house. I'll lift up the couch by myself if I'm alone. But if I'm with another person, I'm just like, oh, can you do it?
You're so annoying. I actually can't stand you.
The girls I've been with, they live for it.
Oh,
they love it.
I know. They were born for that.
No, but I understand that obviously better to be equal. It's just funny because if I'm
independent.
No, but if I'm by myself, I am. I'm like, oh, I can lift up the fridge. That's fine. But then if somebody else, I'm like, can you help? Oh god.
Nice.
I just like being like I'm just a princess, I guess. I like being I like being taken care of. And I honestly, not to get too deep into it, but I grew up with a sick parent and I had to take care of her my whole life. I still kind of do. And I had to then in turn kind of take care of my brother in some ways and fully take care of myself since I was young. So there's something about feeling taken care of that I didn't get a lot of when I was young. So, anyway, not to get too childhood trauma on it.
Yeah,
but oh god. All right. Go ahead. What's next?
We're love bombing.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't do
it. Oh man.
I hate love.
Are you a culprit and have you done it, or have you had it done to you more?
I've done it a lot.
Okay, tell our listeners, what is love bombing? And that's not just a queer word. That's across all boards.
I just love.
Yeah.
I just feel a lot all the time. So I don't know, like I think like the only person I've said it that quickly to was Josephine, which was like within 2 weeks, and I was like, I love you. And they were like, I love you too. And then we were like, whoa. And then we took it back, and then a week later we're like, no, we love each other. And then I accidentally said it to
Tiffany.
And I didn't mean it. I take it back fully. It's great. Everything's great. So I am a huge culprit. I just like, I also love saying love. Like, I'm like, oh, I love you. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, I'm huge on that. So sometimes I think I say it and it may, well, in this sense, I can't say anything about it because I literally said I'm in love with you.
Oof.
So, but mistakes were made. It wasn't me. It was actually my alter ego, Piper. So,
I think let's start with kind of on that. There's a really big difference between I love you and I'm in love with you. I think that you can love a person like I love you as a, like, obviously as a friend and like as a person, and like I love who you are, but I'm not in love with you. You know what I mean? And like I think, like,
I'd hope not.
I know whatever, but you
imagine one day
Uh-huh.
you're like, I love you, Stella. I'd be like,
okay. Whatever. Okay, the point is, I think that for me, when I'm first with somebody and that word comes up, it's more so I love you as a person. Like, wow, like I just love who you are. And
that's
then
kind of how I meant it.
right,
But
too bad.
drunk me just said it.
I am in love with you, because that's a totally different. That's like active, and like I have like, and okay, people who, if anybody was interested in me, this would not be attractive to hear, but I have exes that I love, that I would say like that, like I love them. I love them as a person. I love them as like who they were for me in that stage of my life, and that I love the time we had together. And the ones I'm thinking of are men, and like I would never, I'm not in love with them. I don't have active feelings, but I do. I will forever love who they are and who they were for me. So anyways, again, big difference. Also for love bombing, my most recent experience with it, nobody ever said I love you. It's because it's not just that. It's like talking for 2 weeks and already saying things like, I could see myself with you forever. like, oh man, what else did she say? Fuck. Oh man, she got me good. Oh no,
you were wrecked.
So
you were a mess for days.
And I'm not usually, like, it's not very often that I get my feelings like actually hurt by someone. There's something about her that like really, like, it's not that I knew I was being love bombed the whole time. So I wasn't that she pulled the wool over my eyes in any sense, but it was really, really like, oh, like you're like, I could see myself with you, and like you're my she was saying things like you're my person, and we hadn't even met in person yet. I was like, okay, this, like, and I recognize, but when you get this, because you're romantic, when you're in it, it feels so good. The dopamine hits of that, it go crazy. So you want to be like, yes, like I feel the same, and like all this stuff. But the realist in your brain is like, okay, you haven't met yet. You don't really know this person. So like, if you haven't, met their family and seen them on a bad day and traveled with them and done all those like big things with them, you don't really know them enough to be like, to say those things like, you're my person. And then we hung out once, and she like ended it the next day. So that's, I was in fact very fucking upset by that. It's probably because she's so hot, and
is this Edna?
Yeah. I know. Don't.
Mode.
The code names. Anyways, shout out to her. I don't have anything to say. Let's move on. Can you take the next one? You're a professional on the next one. Go ahead.
You actually take.
Yeah.
Straight girls. I don't know anything about them.
I have heard of them.
I've heard of them too. They're great.
They are. That's why you go for them. Why do lesbians go for straight girls? What is it? Is it the chase?
It's the chase. It's like that feeling of that they want it, even though they're like, I don't know, but then when you're alone, they're like, oh, like this is hot.
Mm-hmm. Is there something appealing about someone that's never done anything like that before, where you're there? I know you feel this.
No.
No, you don't like being someone's first girl?
Not necessarily. I just happen to have been a lot of girls' first girl.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Quite a few.
Like how many?
I don't even know if I can count them out on my fingers.
Oh my god.
First, let's see. More
than 10?
1 second.
This is juicy.
Oh no. Actually, that one was I'm trying to think.
More than 50?
Shut up. I think only like 9 or 10.
Okay. Wow. So I know in those experiences, you're not really getting off.
Definitely 10.
Okay. I know you're not getting off in those times because it's a DJ set in Ibiza, as we've said before.
Yeah, like because like I feel like I can experiment because most of the times they've just like fucked up for a couple times and then it doesn't work out and then they go back with some guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have gone with girls and they've stayed with girls.
Didn't you say you're the good luck Chuck?
Yeah. Oh, don't even make me think about that. Because Josephine's with someone right now that I really don't want them to end up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally feel like I'm like that Good Luck Chuck movie because every single person I've like been with, like dated or anything, like has left me for somebody else and then has been with them still.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Like my very first girlfriend is with the guy that she left me for. My second girlfriend is also with the guy that she left me for. My third girlfriend left me, was dating this girl. We got back together, left me, and then started dating this new girl, and that's who they've been with also. And they're like on cloud 9 traveling and doing the best things ever. Like literally every single person I've dated seriously has stayed with the last person they've been with after me. The next person they've been with after me.
It's so nice of you to do that for everyone.
Great.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's what you get for going for straight girls. If we're gonna circle back on the first part.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. I don't really get it. I find it like annoying because I'm gay and I don't like if I'm going for masked girls and I know that like they also go for straight girls, like I don't like that. Like it makes me I'm like, why are you doing that? Like it's a waste of your time, most likely.
I know, but they're so pretty.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Okay. What's the next one?
Well, do you want to say it? That's what you are, aren't
you? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I lost my list for a second. Okay. The next one is a stone top. A stone top is someone who, you know what? I'm not one. I try to be, I've dealt with some, and that's a tough one for me because I don't know, I need equality in the bedroom. I need both parties involved. Like I'm never going to feel like I can be laying with someone who's doing all the things to me and they're great at it, but if I'm not getting like to touch you and to feel and to be like experiencing it together, I'm not going to really get off. Like cuz like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think go
I
ahead.
get that. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a stone top either though. Like I just think it just happens a lot of the time, but preference wise, like I would like to be like a switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so the three
Oh,
we have 3 words in a row here that go together. So it's stone top, a switch, and a pillow princess. So a sorry, a stone top is someone that only wants to top. A pillow princess is someone that only wants to bottom and
yeah.
doesn't want to do anything to anyone else. And then a switch is someone that is happy to do both. So I guess optimally, both parties are switches, unless you're a stone top and your girl is a pillow princess. You're living because she doesn't really want to do anything to you, and you don't want her to do anything to you. You just want to do to her, and she just wants to receive. So
Yeah.
everything kind of works out. Oh, right?
Yes. That's what that would be like the black cat and the golden retriever kind of situation where that'd be perfect if you found a pillow princess and a mask and a stone top.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I just think it would get old. I don't know. Even in that like scenario, like I don't know, can you do that for the rest of your life? Never ever receive? And I think for my experience with some stone tops is like I like to start with encouraging them to do mutual masturbation because then you're still touching yourself, but I'm there and it's still together. And then kind of like, but a lot of people are pretty uncomfortable with that. I understand masturbation is a pretty personal thing.
I love it.
Have you been doing it more lately? I know you were on like a dry spell.
Average.
So 16 times a day. That's cool.
No, fuck off. Oh, geez. Okay, next up is astrology. I don't know much about it.
Well, I don't know much about it either, but the gays care. Okay.
The gays care, and I think I know more about it.
You said what it was just like 3 days ago. You were like, "Oh, I would go for her, but she's a Cap." Oh, because you said she's a Capricorn, and I have bad experiences with that, so like I can't go for her. And I was like, I've been on this podcast before saying we cannot choose our partners based on their signs.
Okay. To be fair, I don't base things on astrology except for this because I just can't stand it. I don't know. I just have this bad experience with my last, so I just like anything that has to do with it. I'm like, no, I can't.
Like I wouldn't even know. The last 5 girls I've fucked, I don't know any of their signs. I like no idea because I'm not into it, but I know that the gays are both men, women, non-binary. The queer community relies on astrology.
Do you know all your things?
I think when
You're rising.
Yeah, when I first came out, I think I'm Aquarius. I know like that's my main thing, right?
Well, do you have CoStar?
On my old phone, but I know I'm
oh, here I can probably check this from you
because I'm like I know my main thing is Aquarius, and then my rising is Aquarius, and then my moon is Leo, I think.
Yeah,
like I had 2 Aquarius things and a Leo.
Yeah, I don't have you. I don't know. Okay. Wait, what?
I just know that of my 3 things, 2 were Aquarius and 1 was Leo.
Interesting.
Yeah. What's yours?
I'm forgot for a second. I'm a Aries moon and sun and a Sagittarius rising. So
Is that good?
audience, take that with what you
You
will.
decide what you think.
Yeah, I like it. I like being like everyone's kind of whoa about that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I feel like some signs are way more talked about than others. Nobody talks about Aquarius. People talk about Virgos. People talk about Aries. Like those are the two that come to mind for me first, of that are like the most like well known, I guess. Like nobody ever talks about Aquarius, but I also know that February is the least likely birthday month. Like the least amount of people have birthdays in February, which is Aquarius.
Oh,
Which is mine, yeah.
I didn't know that.
So that's interesting. Yeah.
That is interesting.
Okay. We kind of covered that next one. So the next one we have is the term U-hauling.
Yeah. You've done that.
Yes, I have. When I think of it though, more so like, so I had this girl slide into my DMs last week and she was like, blah, blah, you're so my type, blah, blah. And she lives in, oh my God, it'd be really weird for me to say. Well, anyway, she lives in the States. And then I said like, okay, well, anyways, like, I mean, not realistic. I mean, I do go for people that live in other countries normally, but I just said like, oh, like, let me know when you're when you're in Vancouver Island, like, bye, sort of thing. And then she said, booking the next U-Haul, which is like and like, obviously she's joking, but like, that's U-Hauling when like you're talking for, I mean, she and I talked for 30 seconds. So it's not, this is not a real example, but talking for 2 weeks, deciding you're completely in love with them, flying all the way out to Vermont, which is where she was from, to see this person. And then 2 weeks later, and then 2 weeks later deciding like that you're going to move and you're going to pack up all your shit and like, move to where they are or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Damn. I don't U-Haul really.
Yeah. It's a big thing because picking up and moving in with someone is like hard to reverse. Like once you're there, it's a little bit hard to backtrack.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, very. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like indifferent about U-Hauling. Like I'm just kind of.
Well, you don't do it, so
I don't do it, and yeah.
I can think of a girl off the top of my head who I kind of know who like is kind of that to me, where like she's like so in love with the girls that she's with, and it's like the rest of her life, and she's moving in and doing all these things, and then like a couple months later, it's a new girl, like, and that kind of I think is also tied into U-Haul because it's about being, not the word is not spontaneous, but being like impulsive. That's the word you tie with U-Haul is being impulsive.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Okay. The next thing we wrote was the community. That I wrote that just kind of in reference to how I find anyway how welcoming the queer community is and how you can be anywhere in the world, and if you connect with a community that is like a queer community of some kind, they welcome you in with open arms. Like I just find after coming out, it's been easier for me to make friends.
Well, yeah, like the queer community is so like accepting that it's like just like so easy to make friends. It's pretty great. And I think yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
Like I moved to the other side of the country and right away joined the Queer on the Coast Facebook group, and there's events all the time, and like I would feel comfortable, and I would never do this in my regular like life back in Ottawa, but I would probably feel comfortable just going to one of those events because I know that it's a safe space, and I wouldn't have done that if it was just a random like I wouldn't do that if I was straight. I guess that's not what I'm saying, but I guess because we're part of like a minority that we stand together. Like there's definitely just a sense of community between queer people, and it's people you don't even know, but if you're in that like setting where like you're at a gay event or a queer event or something, it's just automatically like easier to get to know each other because you have one thing in common already. I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I don't go to a lot of events here, to be honest.
What's the queer community like in Ottawa, would you say?
It's good. I just don't really go. I don't really have a lot of queer friends, I don't think, actually. I don't hang out with a lot of queer people, to be honest, except, like, I have a gay guy friend that him and I are friends. We don't really do things that are like that. And then otherwise, like, I don't know. I guess I don't really do many things. I probably would like to, but I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it more and kind of update you guys on the queer life here. I know it's pretty good. And, like, Pride is coming up in August for us here.
And you're going to go?
Yeah. I'm going to try and like, book that time off and just head out there. But, like, again, like, I don't really have people to go with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
But your straight friends would go.
Yeah, probably. So I'd probably figure that out when the time comes. Sorry, my cat almost fell off the couch and I had to catch her.
It's because she's so damn big, dude.
She rolled over. Look at this little chunky girl. Oh,
she's massive. She's so cute. Oh my god. Look at her. Oh my god. She's a sweet. She's so cute.
I know. You know, she's so mean.
Oh my
Anyways, yeah, I think I'm going to try and find some people to head out with, and maybe I'll try and open up my queer horizons.
You don't have any mask lesbian friends?
Kind of, actually. I have my buddy Megan. She's pretty sick, actually, but we haven't hung out recently because, like, they were moving and all this stuff. So they actually just live around the corner from me now with their partner, and they're a really great couple. Like, I love them. So that's I don't know if I talked about it on here, but the friend of mine who we weren't friends. Like, we hated each other, and then one of our friends made us make up because they were best friends, and I was best friend with that friend. And so they're like, you guys need to meet. Like, you guys need to make up and, like, stop fighting because, like, you guys would be really good friends. And that's exactly what happened. We became, like, really, really good friends.
Okay, nice. Yeah. No, I think any opportunity to open, like, nobody would say no to more friends, right? Like, we all, like, having a bigger circle is never bad. You know, just meeting new people. And also, you're in a big university town, so there's always new, and I don't mean like undergrad, because that's too young, like, you know, well, to be friends, you know, there's no age restriction, but
but I also don't want to be friends with a 20-year-old.
Yeah, probably different stage of life.
It's just like, it's like friends that I hang out with like that, like, I don't know, a lot of my coworkers are actually pretty young, but it depends on their maturity too, I guess, right?
Yeah, but also people that are coming to, like, U Ottawa or Carleton for their, like, masters and stuff. Like, there's just always new people coming into Ottawa. Like, it's a big rotating city for social life, so always new people to meet. So there you go. So that's kind of our chat there on what we know about lesbians as two flaming lesbians ourselves. But we always, oh my god, we say this every time, but we want to hear from you guys if you have any thoughts to share.
Or, like, we've heard, like, a little bit more from you guys. I feel like at the start we didn't hear much, but now we're starting to get some, like, feedback, and we want more. Like, this only helps us, and it makes things for you better because then you hear us talk about it, and that, like, we just, like, would love to know more about you guys, and kind of, I'm sure we can relate.
Yeah, and we're happy to hear what you guys want us to talk about. We've gotten a few, like this episode specifically, someone had wrote us and said you should do an episode about different types of lesbians and lesbian stuff. So that we built our whole episode off of one person's recommendation. So we are super welcoming of any audience participation. That's exciting for us.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, that's a wrap. Just continue, guys, to listen and like and subscribe and leave us a review. And yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks for listening. And thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Nice.